Hey everyone, this is great to see you and to have you join in either in live now or maybe you'll be watching the video later on. The most important thing is that you are staying on with your practice. So I'm speaking with you from Montreal today. I'm actually heading to the airport and flying back to Europe in a little bit. So I'm very happy to have this session with you. As you can see, I'm in a beautiful garden and it is hot here. Like it's like 35 to 40 degrees. So I'm loving this heat. And the thing is, it's part of our practice, not judging what is, right? It could be raining. Is it really affecting my mood? Is it affecting how we interact with others? Is it affecting how we are ready to do our business, ready to serve? Is it affecting how we interact with others, how we are behaving in our life for ourselves, like how we eat? You know, is it interfering with our projects, with our goals? So no matter what is, you know, if we don't judge it, we stay on. This is what we want to really go into right now, is to see how we apply this and how it's affecting our success. So what I want to discuss today, because it has been the theme this past couple of weeks, where I have it has been mainly men, but it affects all of us, because if it affects a man in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, obviously it affects the women as well. So I want to address this because this is the one mistake that I see all the time in business. And it is something that we don't really realize because it is so not obvious. It is obvious for us that are outside, but when we're plunged in the middle of our business and our plans and our marketing, and of course now with COVID, what happened is a lot of people have lost business. You know, some of us have some difficulties having new clients. Some of us have some real serious questions we're asking, like why am I here? Like, am I really in the right business? And some of us have completely lost our business. Some of us have to reinvent ourselves. Some of us is just really tight and we need to really work harder to have our new clients or the business going. So we think. And this is where the practice of this month is very important. Observe with detachment. So if we observe what's going on in our business, in our life, and we are actually able to see it is what it is, and we're not affected, we're staying grounded in love, then we know that we can plunge into the source and rebuild from there. But what happens most of the time is we get into fear. If we get into fear, it means we're unplugged. We're unplugged from our love, from our source. So therefore, we're charging ahead, and then we are putting all of our juice into the business, into the work, into like the trying to make it work. Well, where it's been really an incredible journey for me this past couple of weeks is I've talked to, I was listing them before coming on this call today, 10 beautiful men that have an incredible business, but they are forgetting that the essence of love is the core of the business, is the juice, is the key to success. So it has affected drastically their relationship, because either they are single and they're not able to open to love and have this second juice. And some of those who are in a couple relationship, it has been really challenging, tough, to the point where it's like borderline talks of separations and stuff. So I want to address this because with the practice observe with detachment is to first of all not judge what is. Yes, with what's going on in the business, but also with what's going on with the partner. The partner has to learn to dance with the new energy of this man or this woman who is now in fear of losing the material world. And this is what the gift of COVID has been for all of us. It's not about the material world. It's about replugging to love and to the source and to who we are really. So I want to invite you this week to deepen this practice of observing with detachment. If you are in a relationship, to not judge what's going on in the other partner, but to really come back in you and to realize how much you have possibly totally unplugged from trust. unplugged from love, unplugged from the source. Because it's easy to say, yeah, I'm following God, I'm doing my business with the heart and everything. But to what degree really are we doing this? Because if we're afraid and if we're struggling, something is amiss. And so this is the beautiful gift that I realized in the last little while here, is that there is this need to plug back to love without the judgment, and to let go of what is being concretely orchestrated around us. But here's the mistake that I see all the time, is people plug into work, 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 trying to make it work, 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 trying to make it work, work, work. And that is not love. That is pure fear. That is pure, it's going against the flow. So the invitation is to breathe and to be okay, to realize, oh my gosh, that was me, right? That was me this past week. I've been like that. I've been, in fact, maybe for some of you, it's been for 3 months, the whole time of COVID. You've been work, 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 trying to make it work, being afraid of what's going to happen when we start, being afraid of losing the business. And fear is not love. So I want to invite you to just realize how you unplugged from love in that energy. And the gift of this practice, to not judge it. It is what it is. It is exactly what needed to happen for you to have now this awakening. You listening to this recording here, this support system to deepen your practice. Observing with detachment is not just something, so, oh yeah, okay, so I'm detached. No. We are judging all the time. This is the reality. In fact, you're probably judging right now. Oh, there's this, there's that. Look at this. It's okay. But observe the person who is judging, and do not judge that person, because often we're just mirrors to each other. So let's come back to this whole dynamic of the couple. And again, if you're single, it's to the degree you are opening to love. So many of us, we've been, obviously, if we're over 15, we've been hurt at least once in love, right? That's the reality. But the true reality is each person is there to elevate, and it's a contribution to our evolution. So couples nowadays is no longer what used to be as a rule. You gotta marry and then you stay there until death do you part. Well, so many people are dead in their relationship, right? Like they are living together, they're dead together. So this is not serving the divine, and in fact it's cutting your juice. So this is something we need to not judge, just being aware, being conscious of it. And then the beautiful thing is we always have the choice. So we have the choice to open to something new and explore how we can dance with the energy. And again, it's about not judging the other person, because it's easy to say, well, he did this and she did that, and they said this, and it's because of them that I can't do this, and there's a nonsense. This is all the unplug from love. So if we really want to come back to love, which is our practice, which is world INLIGHT partners, if we want to partner up to create a new world, we must, each one of us, be connected to love. And we can't accept this. It's not accepted to be in that dimension anymore. So it's okay to realize that we have been there. Oh my God, I was putting all of the judgments and all of the fault onto my partner. I was being this way, I was being that way, I did this wrong. It's okay. It's like, let it go, because it's not about judging, it's about loving those differences and loving where you were. You're no longer there. That was the past, so you can leave it in the past. Today, every single awakened moment is about putting the plug back in and starting the game of love. Make it a game. Make it a game. If you are in a relationship right now, your game, your exercise is to go back into your relationship at the end of the day, or if you're wherever, if you're at home now and you have a partner, you go and play with that partner. Playfulness. Most of the time, because of COVID, it has enhanced everything. It has made everything times 100. But because of COVID, we have become even more serious, because we've been injected with fear. So no judge. Don't judge the media. Don't judge what's happening. Don't judge these people who are conspiring. Like the more we judge, the more we are fueling with hatred, fueling with anger, fueling with fear, and therefore we are unplugged from love. And we are here. If you, all of you who are listening to this support system here, you can plug it anytime. It is a practice we're doing monthly. We are working with observing with detachment, and you can plug in anytime. If you need some support, if you forgot, if you fell into judgment, don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself judging, because then you're putting some toxic and harsh energy into you. We need love, each one of us. So we start by giving it to ourselves. If we realize, we're just going to be realizing that yes, we're judging, and yes, we're being harsh on us, but then switch, plug back in. And I'm going to remind you of the World in Light Partners pose. Like, we have a very simple technique. You stand, I'm standing right now, your back is straight, you have your feet slightly apart, and you breathe. And right now, just take a deep breath with me. Just connect with what's happening for you, and connect with how you have been in judgments. And maybe you have learned something about you that was like, oh my God, I've been doing this all of these years. It's okay. Put love into it. So you can just plug back in. And for example, right now, there's a little breathe here where I am, and it's about being connected with it and not judge it. Oh, it should not be there because it's messing up my hair, or it's like maybe some you have some sheets that may be flying away, and we're just it is what is. There's no judgment to have. And dance with the wind, greet it. This is what we do with people in business as well, in our meetings. If we have like, oh my gosh, this one, he's arriving, or he's dressed like this is like, wow, this strong energy, then we're in judgment. Oh, interesting. Oh, I like it, I don't like it. It's not a judgment. It's just, well, this is how I'm reacting. But judging is like, it should be in a different way. And the moment we're there, we're unplugged from love. So coming back to relationships, and I want to address now the singles. When you meet someone, we have an opinion. Again, it's like, okay, oh, she's cute, he's well, okay. And then, oh, I don't like the way he says this, or I don't like that. Not agreeing is okay, but judging is going to create suffering. So give a chance. Be aware of your judgment, and don't judge yourself judging. It can go really deep into this, because a judgment takes another judgment, because we are the judger. It's very tricky, but when we are getting caught into this, it's simply reconnecting with the breath and reconnecting with what is love. Right now, we are all being asked to be impeccably aligned with love, impeccably aligned with who we are and what we're here to transmit. So you have a gift, you have a special talent, and all we need is for you to shine that light. And so all of these judgments are just putting some darkness onto your light. It's dimming it. And we don't want to have dimmed lights. We need to be like super bright and not being afraid to take our space. Some people will judge you always. In fact, you judge yourself all the time. So start there by realizing how you're doing, how it's affecting your relationships. And I want to come back to this number one mistake I see in business all the time right now is all about putting the work ahead of everything. Work. The moment you switch, the moment you open to love, if it is with a partner, if it is with yourself, we know it starts with ourselves, but many only know this here. They don't know what it looks like. If you're a smoker, for example, you are putting stuff that it's written on the pack, you're going to die with this thing. So don't tell me you're in love with yourself. It's impossible. Now, that's not a judgment. It is what is. And don't judge yourself if you are a smoker, but decide this is it. bringing love into my body is bringing good juice, is bringing good food, is bringing good love. And if you indulge into a nice glass of wine, an ice cream, or maybe a beautiful dessert, that's okay. And do it with love, with appreciation, because otherwise guilt, and then it goes into judgment, and then we're going down again. This is how we sabotage business. This is exactly the same energy, is we are not happy with what we're doing, and then we're judging. Now, the last thing I want to say about the business part and the judging part, so we can complete, and then we can take this for the next week and see how we're doing this in our relationships, in our business, and then we can deepen our practice all together. So the last thing I want to say is, if you are afraid right now, if you are into this mode of saying, well, because of COVID, I don't have enough clients, and people are stuck now and they're stopping, they don't invest in themselves. If you have a nice service, if you're a coach, if you have some beautiful products, chances are you're just only creating that reality for you. And it's because you have stopped spending. Do you engage in putting money into hiring a coach? Well, then if you are a coach, why do you think people would? You're not doing it. Now, if you have great products and you need to do something else for your business, if you don't invest in you, then that's exactly the mirror and the type of people you're going to bring in, because you have frozen. You are in fear of not having enough. So the judgment that we have a judgment to the people around us. Well, they stop spending, they stop investing. You are doing it. If you have that experience, you are doing it. And because you're not investing in you, because you're frozen, you have stopped the economy right there yourself. So it's easy to judge what's going on out there, but you actually now realize you are doing it. Does that make sense? So breathe, and most importantly, don't judge yourself. Observe with detachment. Now you're observing your past week, and observe like the many times you have judged, what's going on out there, how everything stopped. Nothing has stopped. It has changed. It has transformed. It has not stopped. We're still breathing. All of us, we're breathing. All of us are eating. All of us are still talking. All of us are still trying to make our business work. We have just not quite understood how we can really plug into love, so that we can, in absolute trust, no fear whatsoever, we trust what's next. And it is our invitation for all of us, if our business have slowed down, maybe it's also the awakening we must have and ask, how else can I serve? How differently can I serve? And maybe it is changing completely your professional, your career, your business, or maybe it's just an adjustment, and then you can just take up and increase your dimension by simply applying those practices, those love practices. If you put the plug back into love, everything is starting again to live and to be vibrant. So that's your invitation. It is a very fun game, because there's nothing that needs to be judged. Everything is so perfect. And this transformation we're living, many people say, oh yeah, it's just a transformation. We are in it. We are the transformers. We are the world INLIGHT partners. Now it's the time to partner up together so that we can lead a new dimension. You not just talk about it. That is a practice. It's like surrendering and letting go of what is mine. There is no longer this whole my community, my tribe, my project, my business, it's gone. That's the ego. It's over. So we are plugging back to love, meaning we're all together serving the greater plan, and let it be. Don't judge the shifts that are happening. If your business is dying, it is for the good. It is because you're being called to do something much bigger for you, that is going to be much more aligned with who you are, your talents, your gifts that you were given in the first place for you to orchestrate here on the planet. All it is ego has taken over. Ego wanted to make money. Ego wanted to have fame. Ego wanted to show and prove something. And then we went into building a business that is not us. So, do we talk about transformation? And do we talk how God is absolutely orchestrating everything? If you're listening for the first time, joining this, and you hear this for the first time, the word God, this is not a religion, this is not a sect, this is not a movement. This is you replugging back to love, back to your source, back to the universe to serve this greater plan together. Now you're not doing it alone anymore. There's no need to be afraid. We're all in it together. I'm flying back home tonight. I've been in Canada for almost 4 months. And I didn't know even this morning if the plan would change. Maybe something had to be shown that I'm here for another week or two. I was not supposed to be in Montreal this past week, but hey, you know what? I'm working in this energy. And when something is like, no, you gotta stay, okay, well, and I stay. And I dance with this to serve the greater plan. And that is your invitation. It is so beautiful. Nothing is ever lacking there. Definitely not inspiration. Money is always showing up exactly when it needs. You need to have to pay bills. Up there, they see it. So they'll send the clients, they'll send what you need. Sometimes you win the lottery. Sometimes you have a friend helping. And everything is so abundant. But we have those limitations here, and we think in just a certain limited human way when everything is so big and so beautiful and abundant. So it's the same in love. You're single, you're opening to love, explore, dare to dance and joyfully explore your heart, explore the dance with another, to get to know someone with no judgments. And same thing if you're in a relationship. You dare to look at your partner in a different way, with no judgments. Maybe you've been together for years, and maybe it's time to have a new set of glasses. So you can dance with this and observe with detachment. It's our practice. Deepen this. Go deep with this practice so you can align with more love, with more juice, with more power. And then you can serve in your business, in everything you do. And it's going to be much, much more fun, easier, much easier. You're going to start paddling with the flow, and you're just like transported to your destination. You don't even have to think where you're going. Anyways, I could go on because it's such a game. I want to invite you in this game. I want you to dance with life, to dance with love, with your heart. And we all dream about this. And right now we have this opportunity to totally replug to love and replug to who we are. So it's fun. Make it fun. Up there, we're all very much needed right now with our gifts, with our knowledge, with our wisdom. All of your experience, your past has been created to serve you, to evolve, to create, to push you to a state of evolution that now you can serve the people that need your light. You're an INLIGHT leader. You have products, you have services, you have techniques that can help people who are suffering out there. You can have so much joy by guiding them back to the light, and with no arrogance, there is no guru anymore. You are your own guru, but so is that person. Nobody is better than this one or that one. We all have our light, and we can just help each other. And when you see someone that has more light than you do, then go and hang out with those. And when you see those who have a little bit less light, maybe they're struggling, then you just go out and reach out. So it's a beautiful time to really reconnect and replug to love and be you and serve. Dare to serve with no judgment, and forgive yourself. Forgiveness is very big. Forgive yourself if you have been in judgments. This person did this or that person is like that. It's okay. You know what? Nobody's perfect. So bring love to that. Forgive yourself and stop doing it. Observe with detachment. It is what it is. This is how this person is serving. This is how that one is doing this. And then reach out if you see you can help. That's so simple. So I want to say thank you for all of you. Again, many people are doing it in are watching the recording, but the beautiful thing is it is recorded. You can come and plug back in here if you need to have a little reminder, oh my God, what do I do with my business? What do I do with my relationship? It's here. Just come and plug in. And also send your messages in private if you have a specific question, a specific challenge, and then I can address it. I addressed the couples relationships and the struggle for singles to reopen to love this particular session here. Why? Because that's what I've been served for 2 weeks. 10 people, very beautiful businessmen that are now totally plunging, totally now the physical being is being affected because we are unplugged. Everything is affected. Our spirit, our body, everything. So this is important. We understand and recognize that. So because it's recorded here, you can come and plug back in. If you've missed the beginning, you can go and listen to it. Those are just techniques how to stay plugged back in. And we'll end with this. Let's plug back in with who we are right now and just have this beautiful posture again of the World in Light partner. We're in light. We're offering it and we breathe. We breathe the love and the juice. This is what we're going to transmit out there. Not just words, not just something we've heard here, listened and learned to just transmit. We're transmitting from the vibration of who we are. So for that, we need to breathe. We need to be anchored. So just standing, your back is straight, your feet are slightly apart, and you breathe and you feel your feet on the ground. You feel the connection of your breath as you inhale and you go all the way up, reach out to the source, and then exhale and you go all the way down and you plunge into the earth. And when you panic, when you notice that you have judged, take a deep breath and replug to love. All right, so we'll talk again next week, same time. I will be back home by then. I love you all. Good for you, and stay in the practice, practicing love and consciousness, not just talking about it. All right, see you soon. Bye.